Hello everybody and welcome to SnackTube. I've got another wee Morrisons frozen delight for you. I'm trying to clear out my freezer. I've just got loads of stuff in there that has been sitting in there for absolute yonks and it needs to be eaten. So today I've got a toad in the hole from Morrisons. So again, like my last thing I did from Morrisons, the sweet and sour chicken, the toad in the hole has been in my freezer for absolute ages and I'm really just needing to start getting rid of this stuff at this point because there's a good chance it may be out of date or at least very close to it. So obviously September 2022, I suppose it's still got a wee while left, but it's a frozen thing, so these things tend to have a really long shelf life and that's actually fairly close to now. So toad in the hole. Morrisons since 1899. Toad in the hole. Crisp and golden Yorkshire pudding with seasoned pork sausages. So this one, the main reason I've been putting this one off is because it takes 40 minutes to cook in the oven. 40 minutes is a long time. I mean, normal Yorkshire puddings don't take 40 minutes. I mean, they take like 5. And sausages, I could see you taking 40 minutes to cook sausages in the oven if you want them crispy, but yeah, I'd rather do them in a pan. So I feel like you could make something like this a lot quicker than 40 minutes, and that's kind of why I've been putting it off. So yeah, we've got a wee toad in the hole, and I've got some nice microchips to go with it. So let's read a bit about this bad boy then, see if there's any blurb. Toad in the hole, ready to bake Yorkshire pudding filled with pork sausages. Got all your ingredients there if you want to give those a wee read. Flip the video or whatever you do to have to read those. So how to cook. So it was 40 minutes in a 220 degrees C oven, which is a long time, but easy enough. I mean, you just can fire it in there. It just means that it's now past 2 o'clock and I've not even had my lunch yet because I was quite late getting out of my bed because I'm a lazy git. And I've also been doing some other stuff. But yeah, let's have a look at your nutrition. So per pack, 435 calories. I would say that on its own, it's not really a meal. You don't want to have some veg with it or some tatties or something. I've got microchips because it is only my lunch. 2 boxes of microchips because I'm hungry. Yeah, like I say, it's like after 2 o'clock now. I'm absolutely starving. 435 calories, 19.3 grams of fat, 6.6 grams of saturates. That's quite high in the sats. 46 grams of carbs, 5.5 grams of sugar, 1.9 grams of fiber, 18.5 grams of protein, and 1.3 grams of salt. So overall, not high in the sugar, but ultimately not great for you. Very high in saturates, reasonably high in fat and salt. So 2 oranges, a red and a green, which isn't too bad. But at the end of the day, as long as you're counting your calories, if you're a calorie counter, which I'm not anymore anyway, I can't be bothered with it anymore. I'd rather be happy eating what I want than dieting, although goes back and forth, you know, swings and roundabouts, and you know what they say. So yeah, not great for you, but let's be fair, it's carbs and sausage meat, so it's not exactly got to be good for you anyway. Right, I probably should have had some gravy with this because I think it would go well with some gravy, but I'm just going to have it as it's on its own because we want to test the actual thing. And I haven't put salt and vinegar on my chips or anything yet because I don't want to get in on the Yorkshire pudding. So let's show you what it looks like, right? So there's your serving suggestion picture. And here's what it looks like on the plate. Arguably, not too dissimilar, maybe not quite as puffy as the one on the box, but it looks about the same. Well, the sausages look a bit more enveloped in mine than they do on the box. It's not too bad. So I think what we'll do, we'll cut off a bit of the Yorkshire pudding just on its own to see how that is, and then we'll cut off, you know, a bit of sausage and see how the sausage is. So let's slice into this and see what it looks like. It really feels like cutting into a loaf of bread. It's thick. Look at that. Look at that thickness. I mean, to be fair, as much as that just looks like bread, soaking up gravy in that, woo, that'll be good to soak up some gravy in. So I might go make some gravy after I've finished this review. So I want a slightly smaller piece than that. I don't need a big giant bit. Can't fit all that in my gob. So there you go. Right. Let's do it then. So this is your toad in the hole from Morrisons frozen section. Let's give it the old taste test, shall we? Right, okay. Just a wee sip of my own brew here. Okay. First off, what I would say is that despite the fact that this took 40 minutes in the oven, it's amazing how the inside of that Yorkshire pudding manages to taste undercooked. I mean, as far as Yorkshire pudding flavour goes, it tastes like Yorkshire pudding, you know, it's bready, it's a bit milky, it's nice, but that doesn't feel cooked, really. I mean, that's very, very cakey, very, very spongy. I would expect my Yorkshire puddings to be a bit more cooked than that. It's not far from being raw, which, I'm not sure if I like it or not. It's not that bad. I think maybe having this whole thing might end up being too much for me. I don't think I could stomach having all of that, but it doesn't taste too bad, so I'm not going completely against it. But that is amazing how you can do a thing for 40 minutes in the oven, a Yorkshire pudding, and it still doesn't really cook it all the way through. The edges are crispy though, so you've got a nice crunchy edge, and then it's just really soft in the middle, so it's quite the contrast, I have to say. I suppose we should try one of the sausages. There's not really a way to get the sausage out, I suppose, without getting some of the Yorkshire pudding. Okay, that's just Yorkshire pudding, I don't want that. We want sausage. Let's get the sausage. Right, that's what your sausages look like. They're small, but there are 4 of them. They look okay. Get the rest of this one. I mean, one of my biggest problems with something like this, where the sausages are built into the toad in the hole rather than just doing the two things separate, is that you've got crispy edge on one side of the sausage and then completely soft edge on the other side, which I don't like a soft edge on a sausage. I like my sausages crispy all the way around. Yeah, I'd say because the sausages aren't crispy all the way round, it ruins the texture a little. They have got a little bit of seasoning, but there's not a lot of flavour to them. Because they're so thin as well, you just, they don't taste too much. So they're a bit bland. Yeah, well, I would say, for me, it kind of does what it says on the tin. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. I've definitely had better Yorkshire puddings and I've had better sausages. The sausages aren't very flavourful, and because they're cooked inside the thing, it you know, they don't have a good texture because they don't have the crispiness all the way around the edges. I think what's happening there as well, one of the reasons it's maybe so, like, the batter is still quite soggy, is probably because of the grease coming out of the cheap sausages, and that must be seeping into the Yorkshire pudding, because I saw this earlier on. If you look at the bottom of it, I don't know how well you can tell on camera, but you can see the glisten. Oh, that's a good angle. See that glisten? That's just grease. So there's a lot of grease, and there's a lot of grease in the plate as well in that. So now it's all over my fingers. Ugh, gross. Wipe it on my socks. There we go. So yeah, very, very greasy. I think that's kind of what ruins the texture of the Yorkshire pudding. I think if you're trying to do this meal on its own, you're better off just cooking separate sausages and then separate Yorkshire pudding, and then putting the two together on the plate. I think that'll work out a lot better. And Morrisons, at least up until recently, they might have stopped doing them now, because I know they were on sale on clearance, but they did a big Yorkshire pudding. It was like a single Yorkshire pudding that fit on a whole plate. We had a couple of meals in that, and those were lovely. And yeah, I would probably just get one of them, some sausages, some mash, fire that all in there, do it as a meal with some peas or something. I think that would be a much better way of making up your sausage and that. That'd probably take less time as well. So yeah, the sausages aren't great, not a lot of flavour to them. The Yorkshire pudding's very kind of soggy and doesn't feel like it's cooked through. It's edible, but it definitely needs something else added to it. You need to have a side, you need to have gravy all over it to make it really taste of anything. So I'm going to go put some gravy on now and finish this for my lunch. Well, that'll do for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the wee bell to get notifications as well. I have a TikTok now, so go on my TikTok. I review some of the same stuff on here that I review on TikTok, just a like shorter form. And I do review some stuff on there that I don't review on here, like restaurants and other food related things. So I definitely recommend going to my TikTok if you've got TikTok and you like that sort of thing. But apart from that, you know, I've got my Instagram, which I don't post on a lot anymore because I can't be bothered. But yeah, just follow me on the socials. The main thing is just follow me on here though, because this is my main thing that I like doing. So thanks very much, guys. I hope you all have yourselves a fantastic day, and I will catch you later on. Cheers.